James McAvoy's journey to starring in Split is one of those behind-the-scenes stories that shows just how unpredictable and fascinating the film industry can be. Initially, the role of Kevin Wendell Crumb, a man suffering from dissociative identity disorder with 23 distinct personalities, was supposed to go to Joaquin Phoenix. Phoenix is widely known for his intense and transformative acting style, so it's easy to understand why director M. Night Shyamalan tapped him to lead such a complex and demanding role. Yet, just 2 weeks before filming was scheduled to begin, Phoenix abruptly exited the project, leaving Shyamalan in a tight spot. Needing a replacement fast, the director turned to James McAvoy, who quickly accepted the challenge of portraying one of the most complicated characters of his career. In a recent interview with Josh Horowitz on the Happy Sad Confused podcast, McAvoy provided fascinating insights into his experience of stepping into the role so late in the game. Joining any movie at the last minute is daunting, but when the role involves playing a character with 23 distinct personalities, the challenge becomes even more intimidating. McAvoy admitted that the short notice brought both difficulties and unexpected advantages. While it was a high-pressure situation, the lack of time meant he couldn't overthink his choices. This forced him to trust his instincts, dive deep into the material, and rely on the solid foundation provided by Shyamalan's carefully crafted script. McAvoy explained that despite the immense complexity of Kevin's character, many of the personalities came to him quickly. Patricia, the authoritative mother figure, and Dennis, the meticulous and sinister personality, were characters he understood and could embody right away. However, some personalities took longer to develop, especially Hedwig, the 9-year-old boy who brought a more innocent and playful energy to the story. McAvoy worked tirelessly to differentiate each personality, giving them unique traits, mannerisms, and emotional tones, but it wasn't without challenges. One of the more memorable moments McAvoy shared during the podcast was how, just before shooting a scene as Hedwig, Shyamalan suggested the character should have a speech impediment. The idea came up mere moments before they were about to film, which caught McAvoy off guard. At first, he wasn't sure about incorporating such a significant change so late, but after testing it out during a read-through, both he and Shyamalan knew it was the right decision. The speech impediment quickly became a defining feature of Hedwig, adding yet another layer to the character and demonstrating McAvoy's flexibility and range as an actor. Stepping into a role of this magnitude on such short notice might have been a recipe for disaster, but McAvoy embraced the challenge. He credited Shyamalan's script with helping him navigate the various personalities of Kevin Wendell Crumb, as the strong writing made many aspects of the character clear from the start. McAvoy's ability to swiftly adapt to the demands of the role, bringing each of Kevin's personalities to life in unique ways, is what ultimately made Split such a standout film. Split became one of Shyamalan's most successful movies, both critically and commercially, thanks in large part to McAvoy's performance. His portrayal of Kevin and his many personalities became the focal point of the film, transforming what could have been a standard psychological thriller into something much more gripping and memorable. Audiences and critics alike were mesmerized by McAvoy's ability to switch between personalities so effortlessly, often within the same scene. His performance gave each personality its own identity, voice, and presence, from the gentle and nurturing Patricia to the frightening and animalistic Beast. McAvoy's casting proved to be a turning point for Split. While Joaquin Phoenix's departure could have derailed the project, McAvoy's performance ended up being one of the defining aspects of the film. His portrayal of Kevin Wendell Crumb helped elevate Split from a typical psychological thriller to a more nuanced, character-driven story. The film went on to become the best-received Shyamalan movie in years, earning praise for its bold storytelling and McAvoy's outstanding work. The character of Kevin Wendell Crumb became iconic, and Split garnered attention not only for its twisty plot but for McAvoy's ability to make the audience feel empathy, fear, and intrigue all at once. The success of Split was amplified by its shocking twist ending, which revealed that it was secretly a sequel to Shyamalan's earlier film, Unbreakable, from 2000. This connection set the stage for Glass, the final installment of what became known as the Unbreakable Trilogy. In Glass, McAvoy reprised his role as Kevin, once again delivering a performance that drew praise, even as the film itself received more mixed reviews compared to Split. McAvoy's ability to stand out in Glass, alongside veteran actors like Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, is a testament to the impact he made in Split. Though Glass didn't achieve the same level of acclaim as Split, McAvoy's portrayal of Kevin remained the emotional core of the trilogy. His ability to bring such depth to each of Kevin's personalities, despite their wildly differing traits, helped solidify his performance as one of the most memorable in recent psychological thriller history. His portrayal was not only essential to the success of Split but also to the overall effectiveness of the Unbreakable trilogy's conclusion. Looking back on the film's production, it's hard to imagine Split without James McAvoy. Joaquin Phoenix, an extraordinary actor in his own right, would undoubtedly have brought his unique take to the character. However, McAvoy's last-minute casting brought an energy and depth that made the film something truly special. The way McAvoy navigated Kevin's fractured mind and gave each personality its own identity is what ultimately made Split resonate with audiences. His ability to balance the horror elements of the film with genuine emotional complexity helped turn Split into a landmark moment in both his career and Shyamalan's filmography. In reflecting on the entire experience, McAvoy's comments highlight just how significant a role chance and timing play in filmmaking. His involvement with Split may have come at the last minute, but the impact of his performance reverberates long after the credits roll. His ability to embrace the whirlwind nature of the production, adapt to Shyamalan's direction, and bring Kevin's personalities to life is a testament to his skill as an actor. What could have been a rushed, disjointed performance turned into a career-defining role, and Split became one of the most compelling psychological thrillers of the decade, thanks in no small part to McAvoy's extraordinary work. In the end, McAvoy's portrayal of Kevin Wendell Crumb proved to be not just a performance but an exploration of the human mind's potential for complexity, trauma, and survival. His work in Split is a masterclass in acting, showcasing his ability to take on a challenging role under intense circumstances and turn it into something that remains memorable and powerful long after audiences leave the theater. Split may have started with uncertainty, but thanks to McAvoy's remarkable talents, it became a film that will be remembered as a high point in both his career and Shyamalan's resurgence as a filmmaker.